So, for eclipse season, your overall energy is the answers you need are coming. We love to hear that. The first card was Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back. And the last card is A New Romantic Cycle Begins. So, let's clarify. So, for Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back, a couple of cards fell out. The first one being the Sun card, and it fell in the reverse. I feel like I'm speaking to people where I feel like you feel drained. I feel like you feel drained, and I feel like spirit is like, don't worry. I feel like you feel drained by this journey that you've been on, this healing journey, this healing path, right? And with the three of wands, I think you also feel drained because you know that blessings are supposed to happen in for your life, and you're like, what is with the holdup? What is with the delay? And I feel like spirit doesn't want you to cave into pessimism. Spirit doesn't want you to cave into like starting to feel depressed or starting to feel defeated or starting to feel insecure. Like this isn't gonna happen for you. No, things have been delayed, but I feel like spirit is, and I think you're starting to feel drained because it's like, okay, I've been optimistic, I've been hopeful. What the hell is going on? Right? And with the three of wands, your ships are coming in, your rewards are coming in. I'm hearing magic. Like your magic is coming in, which is I don't know what that's about, but I feel like you're about to also embark on a new adventure. Like you've learned everything that you needed to learn in this phase of life. Like I'm speaking to people where you have really been growing. I feel like that's where it is. You feel exhausted by all the growth that you have done, but spirit is very proud and they approve. They approve of all the growth that you have been doing with judgment, and you are moving on to the next phase in life. You are leveling up if this was a video game. And I think you are also, for some of you guys, going to be reunited. Um, I feel like still have to clarify a new romantic cycle begins. So this may not be for everyone, but I feel like for some of you guys, you may reunite with like a past life, if you believe in that, a past life soulmates, because even at the bottom of the deck the king of pentacles is here and the queen of pentacles is here, and I feel like I said, we haven't gotten to the love portion of this reading just yet, but I feel like just like how you've been doing character development, so has somebody as well. And I feel like spirit is like, okay, like we can bring you guys uh like to meet, like bring you guys into union. I want to know more about judgment, but yeah, like you passed the tests that you needed to pass with flying colors. Please tell me more about judgment. Yeah, it was all about you embodying the queen of cups, and the queen of cups, she's somebody who is empathic, she's someone who's compassionate, she's somebody who, even though she's this loving nurturing energy, she has boundaries. you know she is very caring, but she needs to make sure that she's prioritizing herself and her emotions. It's also about being receptive as well too. Like you don't have to put in all the work, you don't have to put in all the effort, especially if people are not matching you and the amount of love and that you pour into people. It's okay to pour that back into yourself. And I think that's the biggest lesson that you had to learn, which was self-love and putting that love back into yourself. And also, if people, because sometimes people don't have the same capacity to love as we do, but it's about putting them in certain categories. It's not about prioritizing someone who's not making you a priority. It's about setting those clear boundaries. It's about setting those clear boundaries. It's about having compassion for yourself, having compassion for other people. It's about you trusting your intuition, which we've been talking about a lot here. It's about trusting your intuition above all else. And spirit is proud of you. But I feel like with the two of swords, there's something that you're either not seeing clearly or that you're like in denial about. Please tell me more about the two of swords. Yes, I feel like I'm speaking to people where you may feel a little angry. I feel like you may feel a little angry that it's taken this long. Um and I feel like spirit is like, I didn't think you don't realize how much was happening behind the scenes, how much spirit has been ushering you into this more peaceful, calming era of your life. And it also had a lot to do with your mental state. I think that's where spirit is like, with a knight of swords, you needed to be focused, you needed to be locked in, right? And I feel like spirit is like you're not only locked in and you're focused and you're determined to get what it is that you want in this life, but you're also in a place where you're stable enough, you feel safe enough, and you feel calm enough to receive. Yeah, there was something about you needing to, something about mental clarity, you needing to have a mental breakthrough. And I feel like, yeah, there's something still too with the Two of Swords. Yeah, I feel like also too, it had to do with your connections and letting go of, remember when I was talking about anger, letting go of bitter and resentment, bitter feelings and resentment feelings from what has happened in the past. That was also part of your growing process and you embodying the Empress, you having that forgiveness. If it's not for other people, at least for what happened to you and having forgiveness for the situation. Yeah, this was all about you growing. And I know that you guys may be pissed off, but it's for your betterment because you're showing up as the empress regardless of your gender. You're showing up as somebody who's secure within themselves, who's confident within themselves, who knows themselves, who's not going to get off their throne for just anybody, who's not going to get off their throne for just anybody. And you're going to have people who are going to try to get you to get off your throne for them because now they want to reconnect. Now they want to talk. Now they may want to date you, pursue you, invite you out. No. And it's about with this Two of Swords, like, it's about blocking people. It's about also not sitting on the fence and making a decision when people come towards you as well too. So I see it two ways. It's blocking certain individuals because your mental health comes first, but it's also about letting people know too, like not being on the fence and letting people know where you stand. You know, you don't get up for anybody. You don't get up for anybody. I think that's the main thing, like that you had to know, like your self-worth. And I feel like with the Hierophant, I feel like spirit is like there's still some wisdom that needs to be bestowed upon you during this eclipse season. There's still something. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, you're gonna have, I'm speaking to people where you're gonna have people that are going to either want to reunite with you with this Ace of Cups or enter into your life. You're gonna have a lot of people, whether they be romantic connections or whether they be platonic, right? And you have to use your newfound discernment, and it's not about sitting on the fence, and it's not about not making a decision and letting these people stress you out. And it's not about being in denial anymore about what it is that you see. Remember, you learned how to be the Queen of Cups. It's called trust your intuition, trust people's true nature the first time around. You don't have to go down this path and figure out, wow, this person wasn't shit. No, trust how you're feeling in the moment. And I'm telling you, you're going to have people with the Ace of Cups, people, because the Five of Wands is here, not just one, people come into your life that are serving as distractions. They're serving as distractions. And I feel like you're, for some of you guys who are open to love, your real emperor is right around the corner. So it's almost like, I wouldn't say that these are tests that you're going through. It's just more so like this is life. And in life, you're gonna have not so good individuals come towards you, right? And what are you gonna do about it? You know, are you gonna let them distract you? Are you gonna let them bring chaos into your life? Are you gonna argue with them? Are you gonna fight with them? Are you gonna be in drama? Or are you gonna be like, no, I'm blocking you. No, I don't want to go down this path. I don't mind being alone. I don't mind being independent. I don't mind being focused on my career, focused on my goals, focused on what I'm trying to manifest. I'll romanticize my own life until the right person comes in. And it's about your standards. That's also what it is with the Empress, too. I don't know where she's at, but that's where it was, too, where you had to have, like, you're at a certain caliber. And I feel like you weren't really operating in that caliber when it came to romantic connections, when it came to platonic connections. And I feel like, I feel like this whole journey you've been on is to be okay with standing by yourself until those people who are on your standards come into your life and you don't mind focusing on yourself, focusing on your goals, focusing on your self-confidence, focusing on your money. There's a lot that you've overcome in life and you don't have time to be dealing with these individuals. So this went a little longer. I haven't even gotten to a new romantic cycle begins. So I'll make this a part one and then part two will be about the romance of it all. Okay, part two, a new romantic cycle begins. So, what we were saying in part one is that you do have somebody who's on your level, the emperor to your empress, regardless of your gender, who's on your level that is has been doing their own character development, and that the universe is going to have you guys meet. I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like it's happening in this eclipse season. That's maybe something towards the like afterwards, but let's see. I haven't clarified a new romantic cycle begins, so let's find out. Ooh, yeah, you are. If you're open to this when it comes to love, I feel like the angels, especially Archangel Raphael, has been bringing you two towards each other, right? I feel like it was about you both making healthier decisions in your own separate lives before you guys would be able to come together in this lifetime, right? Oh, I love this reading so far. And there's going to always be temptation. So that's kind of like what I was saying in the first part, where you're gonna have before this individual comes in, you're gonna have suitors who are not in alignment with you. And I feel like multiple suitors, right? Who are not in alignment with you. And it's all about like, are you going to allow them to distract you? Are you gonna argue with them? Are you going to entertain them, basically, right? And it's like, where are your standards? You're at a certain caliber and you don't have time to be dealing with people who are not on your level, right? And I feel like that was what we were talking about in part one, was knowing your worth. And um, it's interesting though, because I feel like for some of you guys, I don't know if this is somebody who wasn't honest with you. Like some of you guys may know who this person is, because the Five of Cups is here. I feel like, and I feel like I'm picking up on there. Wow, this is crazy, because in part one you were showing up as the Queen of Cups, and in in this part two, this person showing up as the King of Cups. Wow, this is, I'm telling you, you guys are not only in alignment with each other, but you guys are showing up like as a match, as a pair. You know, the emperor, the empress in part one, and now and also the Queen of Pentacles, because I have the same cards, the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles in part one. Now in part two, this person showing up as the King of Cups to your Queen of Cups, which is crazy. So anyways, back to what I was saying. I feel like this person has a hard time with opening up about their emotions and being vulnerable. And I feel like I said, I see it two ways. This could be somebody who never opened up to you when you guys were in each other's lives, or this could be somebody who in general struggles with this, right? So, know which storyline, because I'm gonna go back and forth. So for the people where you may know this person, yeah, this person feels like really disappointed. They feel like they missed an opportunity with you by not speaking up, by not sharing how they feel. Also, I feel like this person wasn't in the place to be there emotionally, because I feel like this person had to learn how to master their own emotions. They had to learn how to regulate their own emotions. They had to learn how to tap into their emotions and to become this emotionally intelligent individual, right? And so, like I said, for some of you guys, this is you coming back into contact with somebody who was not able to express how they feel. And then for other of you guys, this is a brand new person, but that's just something that they've struggled in life with. They've struggled with being able to being vulnerable and being able to express how they feel, or sometimes showcase how they feel. I feel like this person maybe could have had like a tumultuous background or upbringing, and they had to learn that it's okay to be open, it's okay to care, it's okay to be compassionate, it's okay to have feelings. So I don't know if maybe when they were younger, maybe a parental figure or people in their life were just like, I'm hearing, you know, like that ignorant statement where, especially when boys are younger, when they're like, oh, you're gay to have feelings, like stupid ignorant statements like that, right? It feels like that, where I think this person has always been emotionally sensitive for both people, whether that's somebody from the past or now. I feel like this person has always been emotionally sensitive, but I think maybe people were always coming down on them or condemning them for being as sensitive, for being that emotional. And I feel like they've had to come to through this journey on it's okay to be this King of Cups. It's okay to have these emotions. It's okay to express yourself. It's okay to love. It's okay to care too much. You're not this or you're not that for caring so much, right? And I feel like this person had to reconcile that. This person had to build a bridge and move on from that. And I feel like this person in eclipse season is still working through that. That's why I don't feel like you guys are coming into union with each other during eclipse season, because I feel like that's something that they're still working through to become whole within themselves. I think you just may be a little bit ahead in this timeline, but this person is still working through some things. This is beautiful. Is there anything else you want to tell me about the Five of Cups spirit? Yeah, this person is working through heartbreak. This person is working through heartbreak. This person wants to rush towards you and be fearless, but this person is like I said, working through some past disappointments, working through grief. Could be the grief that they put you through. Like I said, if this is somebody from the past, but they're learning how to transmute that pain. This person's learning how to be an alchemist and alchemize their pain, and turn it into purpose. And they're using that purpose to drive them towards you. This is really beautiful. This person is growing. This person is evolving. This person is dipping their toes into what it means to be an alchemist, and the angels are helping them. The angels are really helping them. So, like I said, during this eclipse season, it's really about like maintaining your standards and maintaining just romanticizing your life while this individual is, like I said, still working through the pain that they need to work through before they can come towards you. But this is beautiful. So congratulations for those who are open to love. As I do see somebody coming into your life that's on your level of your caliber. So if this resonates, thank you for liking the video. Thank you for following. If you would like to work with me, the link is in my bio. And until next time, bye.